How pure are your intentions? When it comes to setting intentions, living intentionally, or being intentional, the reality is you can't fake it. Yes, in some things you want to fake it till you make it, or feel until it's real, as I prefer to say. But when it comes to your intentions, those you absolutely cannot fake. If your intentions don't resonate with your soul, if you are not setting them in alignment with your highest good, if you have ulterior motives behind why you are doing what you are doing, or why you want what you want, then your intentions, they may as well be non-existent. And if you do happen to realize them, they most definitely will not stick. So get honest with your intentions, get honest with your why, and see the life-changing effects those pure intentions have on everything. Let's talk about it. Hi, welcome back to another episode of Intentional Living with Courtney Meyers. I'm your host, the founder and creator of the Intentional Home and Living, Courtney Meyers. And today we are talking all about your intentions, your pure intentions, your why behind what you do, and why you want what you want. Now, this is a really universal topic, I think, when it comes to intentional living, because all of us at some point in our life have gone after something or done something without our intentions being pure, or without really truly understanding what our why was. Or maybe we even just kind of fibbed and lied about what our why was so that we could look better or sound better or feel better about something. And that's okay. We all do it. But to really get what you truly want in life and to make yourself feel fulfilled on a soul level from within, you do really need to get to the bottom of your why. You need to set intentions that are aligned with your spirit, and you need to set intentions that are pure. Because when we come at our intentions, or really anything that we desire in life, from a place of purity, it all just falls into place. Things magically create the path to success. I know for me, this has manifested itself in different ways when it comes to celebrating the events of other people in my life, whether it be birthdays or weddings or baby showers. I've always gone into these events with the idea of, if I do this for this person, they're going to do it back in return for me. That's not a true, pure intention. I should not think that because I am giving a certain kind of gift to someone that they're going to give that kind of gift in return. In reality, I've given wedding gifts galore to people, sometimes one or two because they've been divorced and remarried, and I didn't even get a wedding gift back in return from some of them. So the trick to really setting yourself up when it comes to your intentions or getting what you really want out of life is to get honest with yourself and figure out what your why is. What is your why behind why you are doing what you are doing, or why you want what you want? Now, your why doesn't have to be some big, grandiose, lofty idea. You don't have to be on a mission to reverse climate change or feed all the babies in the world. You don't have to be so altruistic in what your why is. Your why can be, I want to make $1 million this year. And that's okay. As long as you are honest with what your why is, you will set yourself up for success. You will set yourself up to realize what you truly want. You will set yourself up to have that path laid out in front of you, as long as it's resonating with who you truly are. Which takes us back to episode 1 of this whole podcast, getting to know yourself on the most authentic level, getting to know yourself on a soul level, so you could really understand who you are, what you want, and what you stand for. So if you haven't listened to that, go back and listen to episode 1 and then come back and start to work on what your why is. But the cool thing is, once you start to figure out what your why is behind anything you do, any intention you set, anything you set out to achieve in your life, things start to work out just magically. Things start to fall into place. Take my husband, for example. He is creating a business where his mission is to help 1 million people or more afford their mental health care. Now, with that mission in mind, he has searched and found partnerships with lenders and people that want to work in that same direction, that want to achieve the same end goal, that truly want to help people in their mental health care as opposed to just make a profit. Yes, profit is part of it, but that's not the underlying mission. That's not the underlying goal. And because of that, profit comes. When you set out to achieve something that is so aligned with who you are on a spiritual level, the profit is going to come naturally. Your success is going to come naturally. Maybe your success isn't necessarily a profit. Whatever success is in that venture, it's going to come naturally because you are aligned with a clear mission and a clear why. Early on in my spiritual training, I had a teacher whose intentions were not truly pure. I don't even think she realized they weren't pure. Everything she did, though, was what could she get from it? Even though she held classes and had a radio show and wrote books and had a huge following and presence, she never truly wanted to help, in my opinion, other people. She did help by doing the work she was doing, but she didn't have this desire to truly help those who came to her, because most people who were in her classes or in her meditations would come to her with real need. They were really seeking something. She drew in a crowd that were seeking some sort of awareness, some spiritual awakening. That was the kind of crowd that was drawn to her. And she kind of took advantage of people, and that came to bite her in the butt. I know when it came to me, her eyes lit up when she found out that I was a writer and that I worked in Hollywood in television. She wanted to see what she could get from me. Could she get on this show? Could I help her write her book? Which I did, because I was a novice and I wanted to be as close to her as possible. It was a little cult-like and weird, but at the same time, I did learn a lot. And I'm not saying I did not learn things from her, but her intentions were not pure. She was always constantly seeking and searching for what she could get from someone, how it would benefit her. And at the end of the day, she is still seeking and searching. She has lost a lot of friends. She has burnt a lot of bridges. Unfortunately, I considered her a friend, and I don't want to sound bitter by any means, but the only time she's ever come into my life is when she wants something from me, when she has a need that she thinks I could fulfill. And that has been a common thread through a lot of people she's worked with in her life, which goes to show her intentions were not pure. She wasn't truly a teacher. She didn't want to help. She wanted to use her gifts as a way to draw people in and then to turn it around so that she could use them to further her career or her game or whatever it was that she was searching for. Now contrast that with my mentor today, who is wildly successful because she is on a mission to teach and help others, to transform the consciousness of the world, to help usher us into a better era. And so by doing so, she reaps the benefits and the rewards. She is successful. She finds success in what she does because she is true to what she's doing. But the fact is, a lot of us have experienced this. A lot of us have done this, just like, I talked about in the beginning of this podcast. It's just a part of life. It's a part of growing. We are all human. We all do want something out of every type of scenario, every type of relationship. So it's not saying that anyone is bad. It's just if you truly want success, if you want long-term success, if you want real staying power, if you want to achieve whatever goals you have in mind, you just want to be honest with why you want them and how you're going to go about getting them in order to truly be happy in the end results, to truly accept that into your life, and to truly find the success and peace that you are looking for in anything that you do. So that brings me to my intention for today. It is to figure out your why. Pick one of your intentions, one of your goals, one of your resolutions. We're still early in the year. It's only February. Pick something that you are working towards, and let's break it down and take it back to your why. Why do you want this? If your goal this year is to pay off all of your debt, your student loans, your credit card loans, whatever it is, why do you want to do that? What is your why? Do you want financial freedom? Do you want to raise your credit score so you can buy a house? Whatever it is, why do you want to do what you're doing? If your goal or intention is to travel more, why is that? Is something in your life making you feel restless? Do you just want to see more of the world? Has it been a long time since you've taken a vacation? It doesn't matter what your why is. Just be honest with it, because that will help you achieve it. But when you do seek out what your why is, go a little bit deeper, go a little bit past the surface, and tap into your soul, tap into your spirit to try to understand where that why is coming from. Maybe you are a traveler by nature. Maybe you've suppressed the side of you and you need to have more fun in your life. You need to see the world. You need to explore different areas, and that has been dormant for a long time. So your why stems from something within you that is being denied. And that is the why behind why you want to travel and why you've set those goals. If you have a goal or you have an intention, it's coming from somewhere. It's coming from within. The idea is popped into your head because of something. And if it has popped into your head because it has come from within, then you should be able to dive deep and figure out the true why behind it. If you set an intention or a goal that doesn't resonate with you on an inner level, that comes from something that someone else has put into your head, you're not going to be able to find a why behind it. You're not going to be able to connect your inner self to the reasoning for getting that. So if your goal or your intention for the year is, I want to find my soulmate and get married, but you can't truly say why you want that, then maybe that's not a true intention. Maybe that isn't for you right now. That doesn't mean it's not for you ever, but maybe that's not for you right now. Maybe there's some inner work you need to do on yourself first before you are ready to find your soulmate and find that relationship, find that forever relationship. Or maybe it's something that's being put on you from the outside world. Maybe it's not something that you truly want on a soul level. Maybe you aren't the person that needs to be in a monogamous couple, and that's okay. That's why you really need to tap into who you are to understand your why behind why you are going after what you're going after. Because if you don't, when you do achieve that goal or intention, if you achieve that goal or intention, you're not going to feel peace. You're not going to feel happiness. You're not going to feel that calm that comes with things that are aligned within you. So getting down to the why behind what you are doing or why you want something is paramount. That is why it is today's intention. Figure out your why. Ask yourself those questions. Why you want something, where this is coming from, and does it resonate? Do you feel a sense of peace, calm, and happiness when you think about it? When you think about the end game? It's kind of like when it comes to manifesting. You want to feel whatever you are manifesting. You want to embody it. And by doing that, you start to bring it into your life. It's the same thing with your intentions and getting to the root of why you are setting these intentions or these goals. Do you feel at peace? Does it feel good to set these intentions? Or is it something that you just are saying to make others feel good or in comparison with someone else? So this week, I challenge you, get real with yourself. Why do you want what you want? Why are you doing what you are doing in your life? And when you do this, you will start to get a sense of clarity on your life. You will start to get a sense of clarity in what actions you need to take. And you will start to see things fall into place much easier with much less resistance when you are working in alignment with yourself and your why. And that's it for today. Thank you so much for listening. And don't forget to follow The Intentional Home and Living on YouTube, on social, and at CourtneyMyers.com. And keep your eyes open for our new book, The Intentional Home, coming out soon. We'll see you next week. Bye.